What's going on, Tube of You? Kind of want to give y'all a little tour of the Garden of Eden, which is manifesting here at a compost facility that I'm now managing. I'm turning into the boss, the foreman, woo! Anyways, we're doing really well here. You'll see we got the comfreeze. This is all going to be used as a fermentation base for compost formulation. I grow all my inputs. I don't want to depend on a supply chain to generate high value soil amendments. And this is why this is a very localized operation. We ain't messing around. And I know a lot of people here have been a subscriber to my channel for a minute, and now you're seeing actually what I'm made out of. I love the earth. I love the soil. I love to amend it, give it what it needs, feed the stomach, which I see the ground as a stomach, and it's constantly digesting everything because the ground is a very volatile world. Under the soil, there is a lot of life. There's a lot of things going on here. So my goal is to figure out the mechanics of soil, especially the nitrification process, where we can create some super bioactive materials so these plants respond immediately to any treatments. You see, this is a tobacco plant planted in this fantastic soil. This soil is great. It used to be a compost, and there were some missing elements. I could tell there was some missing ingredients like sulfur. There wasn't enough sulfur in here. So I've been using the frass, because frass is a high amount of sulfur, and we're just seeing it stuff take off. Got a very beautiful little landscaped garden here, and we're just going hard on what we're doing. I mean, these basils were eaten by rabbits multiple times, and they just keep coming back. They're like, we don't care, keep eating us. And now the rabbits are disappearing, so they're growing really quick again. Delicious food, delicious, green, delicious. You'll see the leaves are curving because it's been hot, and now we're having a lot of smoke. I don't know if you guys can see the smoke from the fires out here. And we've been composting, planting. I haven't done much to these tomatoes. I actually overwatered them a few times because I've been on the run, and you'll see you getting some root rot. That's what I don't like about irrigation, but it's super convenient, so that's why I use it. But I noticed that it just doesn't water as effectively if you use a hose or if a sprinkler, because I try to replicate the rain. I like to replicate how nature does it, and nature doesn't use drip tapes, but for convenience and time, got to use them. Definitely looking a little dry. I turned the water on yesterday, but it's just this weather. I mean, you'll see the smoke. We're not getting the good rays here. It's all diluted by this smoke, which is a whole nother thing. But we're getting a lot of tomatoes. They're coming in. We had grasshoppers come in the beginning of the year and just rape everything. These are good. What can you do? And I just keep on keeping on. I wasn't gonna use compost teas on this, but it's just like, dang. That's what I should do. I should come out here and just spray with compost tea. And then we have hella moles coming up in here, eating all our shit. But it's just a test plot, really. Just get people who come to our facility an idea of what's possible. So we're growing food, lots of it. And here's our pepper, our peppers. We just add compost. We don't need to spray anything. We don't need to do that bullshit. Biology is stronger than anything Syngenta or was it Corvanta or any of these like Dow Chemical. They can't ever match nature. They can never make something that works better than nature because they ain't God. So we're just growing a lot. I've been harvesting like crazy out here. I can't harvest fast enough. Getting tons of peppers. I mean, if you guys want to make some chilies, we got it. We got the chilies. I mean, you'll see some of this damage from the moles. They can just give a shit. This is probably a dog. Freaking dogs coming in here now and digging shit up. Like, I don't appreciate that. That's nonsense. Probably killed off a bunch of my watermelons. You see that buttload of watermelons growing. Really hammering this hard. Showing everybody up that you don't need special stuff. You don't need chemical fertilizers. That's just garbage. I mean, look, we got a big gnash in this. Something's been trying to eat it. Son of a bitch. I should probably harvest this just because of that. But we're growing hard. We're doing everything we can. This is KO. KO Compost, baby. KO Gardens. Welcome to heaven. Look at these watermelons. So Mole probably got this one. You can see, man, they're just getting raped. It's fucking animals, man. I know they got to eat too, but dang. Look at that nice, beautiful watermelon. Oh, baby. Got a bunch of them. This is a nice little patch zone here. And so here's kind of what my formulas are doing to my compost. I'm just getting tons of mycelium growth. This stuff dries out. I haven't watered this in ages. And then we just get these mycelium blowouts. Oops. Check that out. Oh my gosh. I don't know anyone who's doing this. And it doesn't make me special. It just makes me a pioneer. So I get to set the standard on this. Look at that beautifulness. Freaking beautiful. I've been given the knowledge. I mean, it only makes sense. My name's Ken. Look at that. So we use this as a top dress, and then we throw more compost on top of here and then just water this in. And we feed the soil what it needs. We grow the goodies. I mean, that's beautiful. If that was in my garden, I'd be freaking. I'd be like, what the hell, everybody? Look at me. Look at my mycelium veins, bro. I mean, it's just going right through. We're even getting like different colors, greens and stuff, and yellows, trichodermas. And it's all about the Paulownia. You'll see, I've been planting tons of Paulownia around here because I need this material. Without the Paulownia, this couldn't be affordable. I couldn't make this competitive. You'll see all my comfrey. I mean, I'm growing this stuff like crazy. I'll show you some of the starts. My Paulownia starts. Here's just one flat. Planted a bunch here. These are looking good. They're growing quick. Faster and faster and faster. Soon I'm gonna have shade, which I really need. It's like, hotter than hell. It's been one day it got to 120 degrees, but you'll see here, so here's all our flats, Paulownia flats. We tried planting about 100 trees across the street, but it was just so damn hot. And then the grasshoppers are looking for tons of food, and they kind of ate 80% of the trees. So it kind of wasted our time, but this is the soil. I didn't buy this. We actually mixed things on site, amended them, and then I wetted it down, let it kind of cure for about 2 or 3 weeks. And now stuff is ready to go. I just got to re-wet this and start applying, transplanting these little guys. I mean, there's probably about 200 trees in here. Kind of goes to show you like how robust. We started these starts in January because I have seeds from good old Bob Kaler. He's an Indian. He knows what's up. He makes some of the best biochar you'll ever see. And here's some of the transplants, just to give you guys I planted these actually last week. And it's taken really quick. Actually, the soil, when I first started using it, sucked. It sucked so bad. So I had to like really fine tune this. I put compost in here. I put lactobacilluses. I put some like chitin mix in there. And it's just doing really well. And I'll show you guys also a biochar fermentation that we did at a seminar. So here's some of this biochar stuff that we're working on, and it's just covered in life. I mean, look at this. You can just see the fibers, the mycelial fibers. It's beautiful. Very beautiful. This stuff smells crazy. Like, it smells like ammonium. You can see that the nitrification process is hardcore in this. It's hot. It's working in. It's getting it's getting what it needs. I mean, this char is next level. Next left biochar. And this is what this is what I know in the future. Everyone's going to know this stuff. It's not going to be some niche bullshit, because once farmers start learning how easy and how simple it is, these agrochemical companies are going to have to just either get on board or go out of business. And I don't think they want to go out of business. And I have no idea why they haven't came here yet and say, hey, Ken, we need help. We're losing money now. We're putting farmers out of business. They can't afford us anymore. We can't extract money from them anymore. It's not working. And I know they're doing good things. There are good projects that they're committed to, but in the same time, you think if someone who has billions of dollars running a chemical business, you think we'd be a little bit further along, wouldn't y'all? Like, here's this, someone dropped this stuff up thinking that I needed nutrients. Helix Enigma. I mean, come on, do we really have to do this stuff? Enigma, we're esoteric. You know, nothing against these. I'm just saying, like, this is the stuff. Like, this isn't local biology. This isn't, I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, like, this is the mentality that exists in this world today. That it smells weird. I don't know. It doesn't smell like this. Like, I'll show you my stuff. I don't know. It just has a weird smell. It smells like when I walk into the Home Depot garden center, just stinky. And I'm here and telling these guys, like, we got to make local biology. We got to multiply what's around us that's already thriving. Let's see. Can I turn on here we go. So here's a living culture. And it smells like beer. It's not nasty. It's awesome. This stuff is beautiful. There was a SCOBY in here, but I think it kind of came apart after I went to go feed it again, but it's forming again. I don't know. Where the hell did that SCOBY go? Oh, here it is. Here's some of it. So we're creating lactobacillus serums here, and we're growing SCOBYs hard. I mean, this is going to generate it for a long, long time. This SCOBY is very healthy. You spin me right, SCOBY spin, right round, baby, right round like a SCOBY, baby. Ooh. Where'd it go? Why is it gone? I had a huge SCOBY in here the other day. Weird. I wonder what happened. Oh, it smells so good. It's so acetic. Here's more. Like, this stuff is super easy to replicate. It's not hard at all. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why things are so unknown. Why, as farmers and stuff, we aren't in tune with making really high-powered amendments on site with what we have around us. Why don't we educate? Why centralization of knowledge? I mean, I can ask why? But you know what? I'm going to just progress and show better how things can work. Like, here's our compost. My freaking front loader took a shit on me about 2 days ago, so we're getting a mechanic here. But here's some of this compost we're working on. I gotta wet this. It's kind of drying up. But here's this stuff. I mean, this is what farmers really need now to help cure their soil, because this is a lot of mycelium spores inside here. So as soon as we add this to pollution and salts and organophosphates and all the crap that I've seen on orchards that are just destroying the crop, destroying the field, and then they're stuck on that crap because they destroyed their biology. And biology isn't something you can really harness overnight unless you really know what you're doing, kind of like myself. Like, yeah, I can. But if you're a farmer and every year you're applying these, was like UD32, or I forget the names of the shit, but when you do that, you're destroying the soil. You're destroying your investment. You're pretty much sticking a knife in your chest every year. You go to use that stuff, and then you become dependent. This stuff releases your dependency because it's going to build that biology. It's going to build up everything that you need to grow the best things. And I really can't wait to start growing some freaking weed on this. I'm gonna have the best weed plants on the planet. I'm gonna have the most organic weed. I'm gonna have the most organic medicines. I'm gonna have really high powered, what do you call it, terpenes. Because terpenes exist in all plants. It's not just marijuana. It's like, that's the benchmark. How strong are your compounds? And here's another batch. Here's another beautiful batch of compost. So it's pretty plants. And it gets easier and easier as time goes on, as I assemble really quick ways to make ingredients for this process. And it's dynamic. Literally, this shit can go anywhere. You don't have to adjust much of anything. You just spray it. And the worse the soil is, the harder we can spray. So just like these fires, right? We're having tons of fires going on here. And I need to be the emergency service where I go out and spray to create aggregates, because now we're going to deal with erosion. All right, we have erosion issues coming up in the winter now. And they're like, this stuff is what I go out there and spray. Just all day. And we would go and heal that shit, so when the rains come, we're not losing our soil base. And this is actually a ferment that dried up. So you can only imagine like what's in here. This is probably really, I mean, this is probably some of the best soil addition you can ever add. There's so many good particles in here. There's so many good biology. There's all kind, like, I don't even know what the heck could be in here because I don't have this tested. Anyone want to come here and test all this stuff for me? You're more than welcome. You can sleep in my camper with me. We can hang out. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm actually probably going to go add this to my Paulownia trees right now. I actually have to sift all this out because there's rocks in here, so I got to grind this up. Probably by hand, just smush it till it turns into this powder, and then sift it out, and then apply it. But so, this was a ferment that went for a really long time. It